Hello everybody and welcome to a new series. We're doing The Witcher Wild Hunt. It is going to start off as just the one video for now on a Friday, and eventually it will move on to the Tuesdays and Thursdays that we do.
I see you gather before me. Hungry, terrified, clutching your babes to your breast. Emperor Emir has marched his legions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress from here to the Blue Mountains. Rabid and ravenous, he bites and bites away. Men of the North, you stand at the precipice. Your kings have failed you, so now you turn to the gods. And yet you do not plead. You do not kneel to dust your heads with ash. Instead you wail, why have the gods forsaken us? We must look into the trials we failed long ago. In a time past, our world intertwined with another through an upheaval scholars call the conjunction of the spheres. The gods allowed unholy forces to slip into our domain. The offspring of that cataclysm was the nefarious force called magic. Yet we did not banish it, instead studying the vile arcane for our own power and wealth. And the monsters at our door, the unholy relics of this conjunction. The trolls, the corpse eaters, the werewolves. Did we raise our swords against them? Or have we laid this burden on others? On so-called witches. Stray children taught the ways of foul sorcery, their bodies mutated through blasphemous ritual. Sent to fight monsters, though they could not distinguish good from evil. The flicker of humanity, long extinguished within them. Yes, their numbers have dwindled through the years. But a few still roam our lands, offering their bloody work for coin. To this day, they shame us with their very existence. The North bleeds, flogged by war. The battles are the gods' whip, chastisement for our sins. And let us not forget the terrors, the scourges from beyond our world. The wild hunt rides the sky with every full moon. The Dark Raiders abduct our children into lands unknown. Some say they herald a second conjunction. Can we chart a course back into the light? Will we find the strength to banish the mages from our kingdoms? Unite around the warmth of the eternal fire. Nigh is the time of the sword and axe. None will fight this war in our stead. Nigh is the time of madness and disdain.
Wow, one intro.
You know I don't find that amusing.
It wasn't meant to amuse, but to prod you to hurry. It's midday already. You promised Ciri you'd train with her. Go before Vesemir bores her to death with those etchings.
So, later then.
See you later.
So this obviously happened before that scene we saw. Okay, we can start with that. Welcome to the Witcher World Hunt. This tutorial will include the game's core elements. Each message will be saved in the glossary, where you'll also find detailed information about the world lore. Yes, that's fine. Mini-map with your prize. Okay, we know about that. Mini-maps are fine. You can talk to Yennefer. Witcher sense. Oh, okay, so just like... Ah, there's red stuff there. Okay.
See, I thought Ciri could stand to wait a little longer.
It's uninstructive, not to mention unreasonable.
Let's be unreasonable. Want to stay with you a little longer. Okay, what's the show there?
I don't want to be reasonable.
Aha, so that's the way the wind blows. Go and train with her, then come back. It'll give me a chance to put my face on.
Of all the women I've known, you're the only one who does that before.
You've known many.
What's it matter? Only ever thought of you.
Okay. That leads downstairs. What else we got?
Shit. Mountain Pass is beautiful as ever.
Wow, beautiful. Anything else for me to interact with? But I think there is no. Okay, let's go down there then.
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course. Guess she prefers practice to theory.
What?
Time to wake up, Master. These lessons so boring they put you to sleep too.
Damn it. After taking notes on ghouls and owl ghouls, wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through that brick? No wonder she took off.
John of Bruges lacks flair, true, but he's reliable. Not like the hogwash they print nowadays. She's tackling the pendulums, right? How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors. Bring our young damsel to the lower courtyard. She wants to practice, she'll get to practice.
Don't get mad at her.
Why the hell not? The whippersnapper refuses to do as she's told.
You like that about her.
Fine. I suppose I'm partly to blame. But this has to end. Now. Killing monsters is not something to be taken lightly. Ciri must understand that, if she's to become one of us. I'll see you below.
Wrong. Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike. You're not in a circus. Pirouette. Wrong. Footwork. Enough. Get down.
With a flip?
What do you think? All right. Take off the blindfold. You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go easy on you because you haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions? Unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was horribly dull.
I know. And you know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Yeah.
Sorry's not good enough. You're gonna read Ghouls and Owlghouls in its entirety, appendices included.
No, please! I'd rather clean the stables.
End of discussion. Come on, we'll practice with the others down below.
Shall we run the walls?
Yeah. Let's do
Of
it.
course. Is a Witcher school or an elven bathhouse?
Beat you to the bottom.
Maybe if you fall.
Oh, come on, I was ahead of her. That circle to climb our obstacles.
What did I tell you about breathing? Through your mouth, in rhythm with your steps. Ciri, cut it out.
Anything to say for yourself, young lady?
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young blood craves action, I understand that. But when you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you ought to be able to tell a ghoul from an owl ghoul.
By markings, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zeracania dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
So you did read the chapter. Still, you should have asked if...
But you were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
So you did the reading. Why not admit it right off?
Never pounce on an advantage as soon as it appears. Wait till it stands to have maximum effect. Uncle Vesemir's words.
Well, you're a quick study. Quick, but mischievous. Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel, Ciri with the dummy.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword. What do you think? Should we start by reviewing the fundamentals or go right to free training?
Yeah, let's do the fundamentals. I want to actually get through it.
Should work on the basics. Even skilled masters need to hone the fundamentals, and Ciri's barely a novice.
Draw your sword, Geralt!
Which is much prepared to fight foes of all kinds, be they polite clad knights, S3 race, or bone crushing giants. To match the strength and exploit the weaknesses of different enemies, witches need to use a variety of weapons and combat techniques. Core tools of their trade are their swords, one still fight humans and non-humans with a silver to slay monsters. Witches have also mastered a simple form of combat magic. These signs are not as powerful as the spells wielded by mages, but they can be cast very quickly with simple one-handed gestures, making them quite useful in the heat of combat, which is also adept in their basic alchemy. They can brew powerful potions, blade arrows, and bombs, all of which give them a keen advantage when fighting stronger or faster foes.
Quick cuts! 1, 2, 3! Shut up! Give it all you got. Never lock your elbow when striking, young lady. Come on! Act up!
Position, Ciri. Footwork. Remember.
Damn it!
I can do it as well. Doing better.
Now, parry. Ciri, see how Geralt holds his sword? It's angled.
What am I supposed to parry? Fighting a dummy.
Pretend now, live lately. Riposte! Strike! Counter-strike!
Maybe a storm's coming.
What?
Who's next?
Slice you down.
Now, young lady, to bring the day to a close, we'll go over a few witches' signs. Let's start with...
Set the quest.
Ciri, Quen is sometimes called the witch's shield. Now watch carefully to see why.
What? Oh.
Ciri, Quen is sometimes called the witch's shield. Now watch carefully to see why. Ciri, Quen is sometimes... Cast Igni, Geralt. I want to see sparks fly.
That's the exile signet, okay. England, what's that?
See? Alright, Geralt. Come on! I'm too old for this. See that, Ciri? Ard will knock anyone or anything off balance. Destroy their rhythm.
Boom.
Time for Axie. Damn it. I hate this feeling. Axie can really muddle your mind. Heard her now. Show her, Geralt. See this, Ciri? Couldn't move if I wanted to. Throw a bomb. Don't worry, Ciri. Quen will dampen the blow.
Boom.
Fine. Enough. Continue training at will.
Whoa! You really showed him, kid.
Ciri, get down here.
A little she-devil. Soon as she's back, we'll set her to polishing all the swords at Kaer Morhen.
Find that helmet?
What's she doing?
Ciri? I'll make sure to find every last blade for you. What the?
Oh, yeah.
I've long awaited this, again, White Wolf.
No!
I'm guessing that's the wild hunt.
You all right?
Had a nightmare.
About?
Take forever to explain.
Dawn's some way off. We've got time.
Started in the guest room at Kaer Morhen. I was relaxing in a tub, and next to me,
Triss?
Yennefer. Funny, isn't it? She's never been there. Seems so real in my dream, though.
Was she nagging you about something? True to life, indeed. We'll find her.
In the dream, I went and found Ciri. Then we trained.
Those were the days. Little she-devil. I've trained kids who were faster, stronger, but none had her character. Didn't end well, did it? Your dream?
No. A wild hunt appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move, stood there like a stump.
It was just a dream.
That's the problem. It was more. In the past, when Ciri'd appear in my dreams, something was wrong. She was in danger.
We taught her how to defend herself from anything, wraiths included.
Be dawning soon. Time to go.
Wait. Show me the letter from Yennefer. Might have overlooked some hint in there.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she wrote. Meanwhile, one army or another burned the village to the ground. All we can do is follow her trail, so...
Stop talking for a minute and give me the letter. How about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
You were gonna read it, not sniff it.
We must meet soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there. What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
Stuffed unicorn. Used it once or twice. In certain situations.
The things young folk get up to these days.
Back on topic. How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. Trail's fresh. But it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there. Wait, hear that?
I smell it. Ghouls.
Okay, love from the continent and in the skillet are as nasty, brutish and short war laid waste the land, and though its spare lives in fear of the countless monsters lurking outside every town and village. Monsters are shown with a silver held far above their heads, indicating you should fight them with your silver sword. Hang on. Bloody monster. Got them everywhere. Hey, you monster. Strike a point generates adrenaline points. Certain abilities you can acquire are later perform special attacks that require to consume adrenaline points. Okay.
Of course. When armies pass, necrophages
You can regenerate either by eating or drinking
before any
or
more
by
show up.
meditating for at least 1 hour. Now, plan on the blood and broken bones. That's marked specific level of meditation does not regenerate vitality. Oh, cool. Food and drink to replace your consumable slots for quick use in combat. Okay.
Ever tell you about this sorcerer I knew? Couldn't stop talking about how useful they are as creatures.
Because you can brew potions from their blood?
No, because by eating rotting corpses, they prevent epidemics.
Did he know they eat the living as well?
No, really upset him too. His theory collapsed.
War's not exactly going our way.
We have a side.
The Northern Realms.
Radovid's realms, don't you mean? Temeria and Edirn are no more.
Radovid's pledged to restore the old borders as soon as he wins the war.
Believe that?
Gotta believe something. That's what keeps us going.
Really cool game so far.
We going? Help me! Help!
Oh, what the hell, sir? Oh my god. Got him.
How's it gone?
Yeah. Come out.
Gods, that was close. I was sure I'd end up like my mare.
Provided you got lucky.
Your horse died quickly, but griffins like to toy with their prey. Eat it, alive, piece by piece.
Oh. You'd like a reward, I suppose.
You don't owe us anything. You were in need. We helped.
And they call witches heartless. Say they won't lift a finger without pay.
They also say mice are born of rotting straw. Back to the trail.
Like I said, leads to the main road and ends there. Muddled.
You seek someone?
Yes, a woman. Medium height, long black hair. Seen anyone like that?
No. But there's an inn here in White Orchard. Sole one around. Gets its share of travelers. Perhaps you'll learn something there. Besides, the innkeep's my cousin. Tell her Bram sent you. She'll treat you like family.
Not a bad idea. Especially since that wound needs cleaning.
Beast barely grazed me. But sure, could use a good rye. Nice and cool, you know, straight from the cellar.
Let's go.
New entry's been added to the beach tree. No way. A griffin. Aye, half eagle, half tomcat, just like on the Lord's Crest, except this one was carrying the dead cow, said of Skepta. Griffin attacked witness name unknown. Griffins were once only found high in the mountains where they would hunt marmots and wild goats. When humans encroached on their land, however, griffins soon discovered a new source of much more plentiful and easier caught prey: cows, sheep and shepherds. They are still very wary of main roads and towns where folk with the means to hire a witcher are like to dwell. These half-equal, half-wild cat creatures have gone from rarities to often counted pests known throughout the northern realms. Basically hated are the subspecies known as royal griffins and arch griffins. No way. Cool.
Slow now. Whoa. So, a griffin this close to the village? Strange.
My thoughts exactly. In the forest or the mountains, sure, but here? Near the main road.
Maybe it's the war. Corpses everywhere, the stench of blood, burnt flesh. Drives monsters crazy sometimes.
Men, too. We need to watch ourselves in White Orchard. And we should leave as soon as we learn it.
You're nearing a village, don't disturb the peace. Remember, town guard and high watchmen won't tolerate theft and also won't look kindly on you accosting others. Okay.
Faster.
Don't you look at me.
Oh, okay.
My gran told me about Stizzwood. Lad went missing one day, so folk nagged a witchman that was hunting him. Started poking him arse. He started twisting.
So far, I'm really impressed.
What?
Take that down before there's trouble.
That is a coat of arms, the Temerian lilies. They've a right to hang there.
This ain't Temeria no more, old man. It's Nilfgaard now.
My arse it is.
Witches?
I'll not drink with Weaverlaw's freaks.
Beg your pardon for those thugs.
No need. We're used to it.
Folk are jumpy around here. Armies just passed through. Now a griffin's prowling about.
Already had the pleasure. Ran into your kinsman, Bram.
Bram? How is he?
Alive. Sends his regards.
Master Witches. Food and drink on the house. What can I get you?
Okay, so we got a shop basically. Let's have a look at this first.
There a contract on that griffin?
Nay, not at the moment. Used to be. Soon as a beast had built a nest nearby, the alderman would start a collection, or go to the Lord for help. Now the alderman don't use the privy without asking the Black One's permission first. And seems they hanged the Lord. So no contract.
Shame. We might have done something, but not for free.
Exactly.
Pretty busy place you got.
Nations on the move. Some search for kin, others just want to get out of the way of the armies. They all need food, drink, and a night's rest and warmth.
So, war's been good for your trade?
Aye, so far. But it'd be best to know peace again. Times like these, you never know what tomorrow will bring.
Looking for a woman. Raven-haired, violet eyes, dresses in black and white. Riding in from Willoughby. And, strange as it sounds, lilac and gooseberries might have smelled that.
I've not seen nor smelt such a lady. Believe I'd remember.
Yeah, especially hard to forget this one.
Plenty of travellers about, though. Folk from all over. Might be worth your while to ask after her.
Okay, so I'm not doing that yet. Let's show what I've got.
Show me what you got behind the counter.
You say if it was free for just, no it's not. I ain't got the money for that.
Thanks for everything.
Well, come here when we've got money.
Help you bandage that up?
Please. I'm not decrepit yet.
Then I'll ask about Yennefer.
Just remember, we'd rather not draw any attention.
Us travellers about Yennefer. Right.
Measure. Better that than burning the harvest.
What I'm gonna do is finish this video here, guys.
Why they're marking out them lines, eh? Parcel out their patrimony. Give it to their own.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish this one here, guys. Thank you all for watching, and until next time.